Hello everyone, welcome to my version kitchen again. Today I'm really excited, and yes, I have a new hat. My mom got it for me. It's awesome. She got me a whole bunch of kitchen stuff for Christmas actually. It's really great. So you can see stuff in my videos. Anyways, today we are going to make something that I'm really excited to make. I've never made it before, and I've been wanting to try it for like ever. It's coming from a Tumblr post of the Weeping Time Lord, so thank you for that. We're making lembas bread. Now, if you don't know what lembas bread, I don't understand how, because Lord of the Rings has been around, I'm pretty sure, a lot longer than I've been alive. So you should at least have some knowledge of exactly what it is. If you haven't, go read the books, or go watch the movies, something. I mean, it's there. I'm gonna be 27 this year. I'm pretty sure Tolkien died before I was born, and I can probably figure that out very quickly with Google, but I'm not going to. So we're gonna try making lembas bread today. Probably gonna fail, and it's probably gonna be spectacular. But we'll see. Maybe it'll turn out great. I don't know yet. First thing we're gonna do is preheat our oven to 425. Okay, next is all of our ingredients. So we need flour, baking powder, salt, we need butter, brown sugar, cinnamon, honey, vanilla, and heavy whipping cream, which is, well, it's heavy cream, but it's also whipping cream, in case you need to know. Which, I got help from somebody at the grocery store, I'm not gonna lie. So thank you, lady. I don't think you watched this, but that's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and start our mix. You're also gonna notice this wonderful mat. My mom got me that too. It's awesome. There's measuring lines. There's measuring lines for like pizza and tortillas and whatnot. Conversions. It's great. I love it. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is mix our flour, baking powder, and salt into the bowl. Now the only thing is, because I don't need very much salt, I'm using salted butter. So I'm actually going to take the salt out. So we need 2.5 cups of flour. I'm going to go ahead and use a half cup. So there's our 2.5 cups of flour. Now we need 1 tablespoon of baking powder, which of course is in my half cup. I'm actually just going to stir this with a spoon. Now the reason I'm not adding the salt at this point is because I am using salted butter. Okay, now we're going to measure our butter. We need a half cup. So half cup of butter is about that. If you use sticks of butter, it's 1 whole stick. They did not have that available when I went grocery shopping this time. I'm assuming something to do with, you know, winter and ice and snow and, you know, all that jazz. Now, to make it easier to mix, I like to kind of stab my butter a little bit, just so it gets into smaller pieces. Now we're gonna mix that up. Okay, I'm starting to wonder how the elves did this back in Middle Earth. They obviously didn't have electricity or electric mixers. My arm hurts. I don't understand how they did this. Anyways, you're supposed to mix it till it's fine granules. I think most of my butter is broken up enough at this point that I'm going to go ahead and add my brown sugar. So we are going to measure out 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. So we've got 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. And dump that in there. I'm using a golden yellow because I thought the dark one would add a little bit too much color, I think, for what lembas bread is. Oh, we also want to add the cinnamon at this point. We're going to do it this way. We need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. We're going to mix that in there. Seriously, how did they do this in Middle Earth? Okay, now we are going to add the cream, the honey, and vanilla. And at this point we can drop our mixer. So we need half a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to do this first because it's a smaller one. And we need half a teaspoon of honey. That's not open either. Can you tell I just went grocery shopping for stuff that I was out of? And then 2/3 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. And we're going to open it the right way, not the wrong way. We're going to use a fork and stir it all in there. So now we see a dough like form in here, so that's good. Okay, I think we're at the point where it needs love like everything does. Although I don't know how elves felt about that. I see them kind of as Vulcans. Okay, this is quite crumbly. I don't know if that's my flour that I'm using, which again is gluten-free, or maybe it needs a little bit more cream. I'm gonna add some of that. Oh, again, the wrong way. Okay, you should make this just for the smell of the cinnamon, because the smells delicious. Okay, so adding a little bit more cream seems to have done the trick in terms of it actually staying together, not crumbling. So I guess if you need to do that, do that. Again, I don't know if that's my actual dough, or if that's like my flour that's doing that. Alright, now we are going to roll this out. So I don't have any actual flour on this because I'm testing out this Magic Dough Non-Slip Pastry Mat, which I think is something like a Silpat. I'm not entirely sure. So we're going to roll this out. And we want it about a 1/2 inch thick. I already cut it in about 3-inch squares. Now obviously my dough is not square, so what I'm going to do is everything that I can't get an actual square out of, I'm just going to roll it back up and roll it out again. I'm assuming this must have just been a way of rationing the bread easier. This stuff is supposed to be very filling, right? So I'm going to use my little metal spatula to trying to not stretch it out too much. It's a very thin dough. I'm going to transfer that onto a cookie sheet. Okay, so now we're going to take this and we're actually going to score it. Where's my knife again? Basically just making a little indentation. I'm assuming this had something to do with rationing as well. I'm not entirely sure. Now for this part, you're scoring it. You're not cutting all the way through, just a little bit on the top. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and toss this in my oven while I work on my other little bit of dough here. We're going to do it for 12 minutes or until it's set and lightly golden. Now they are pretty golden just from the color, but we'll see how that changes. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to do this. So these actually look very simple and delicious, and I'm really excited to have one. However, one of the very important parts of this recipe is that you actually need to let the bread completely cool. So don't eat it warm. Apparently it's really bad when it's warm. So we're going to go ahead and let it cool completely before we actually try it, and then kind of go from there. And here we are, hours later, after our Lembas bread has cooled. It's very cool to touch. I like it. It's exciting. I spent most of the rest of the day baking, so I'm pretty tired right now, and honestly, most of the reason I'm sitting here, yeah, part of it is because I really want this thing in here. The rest is because I'm really tired, and I don't want to be in my kitchen anymore. So anyways, we're gonna try this Lembas bread. So this is the famous elven bread that is supposed to keep you full for like ever. I haven't really eaten a lot today, so I'm kind of really excited about this. Let's try it. It's actually like really soft. It's really good. I really like this a lot. It's not that hard to make. My only concern with it is that is how much heavy cream is actually going into this thing, because there's a lot of cream going into it. Okay, let's try and score lines. Let's see. Oh yeah, it makes it easier to break. So yeah, those are totally for rationing. Who'd have thought that? Now, time will tell exactly how long I'll feel full off of this. There wasn't exactly a whole lot of fiber. The other thing is, on the recipe itself, it actually does say that you can kind of add some more spices or add some more cinnamon as well. I think when I make this next, because this is going to get made again, this is really good. I'm probably going to put some nutmeg in there. I feel like it's missing nutmeg. Now, of course, I did have to falter from the recipe a little bit, in that I did have to add a little bit of heavy cream. But that's really, I think that's just because of using the gluten-free flour that I use. And I think that made it crumbly. Because it does that with my sugar cookies too. Like, it's to the point that I wish I could like send it through YouTube to you, because it's really tasty. So please do yourselves a favor. Go buy some heavy cream, because I'm sure you don't have it, which is whipping cream. Go buy some. You might actually have everything else, but then make this, because this is really good. I'm actually a little surprised at how sweet it is. Like I feel like Elrond would be more like into something like full of fiber and kind of tasteless, like gluten-free food. This is actually really flavorful, considering there's not a lot of cinnamon in it. But now the only thing I wish I could do is make the leaves that they wrap it in, because that would be awesome. Edible or not, I mean, that'd be cool anyway, right? I think so. Bring that to work for your lunch. Sit at the table and wrap your Lembas bread with leaves. What the hell are you eating? Elven bread. Anywho, once again, thank you for tuning in. See you when? Next week. For something. I don't know what I'm doing next week yet. Next week's behind the scenes. I know that much. And then after that is, it's actually another kitchen, oh, excuse me. So we'll see you next week from behind the scenes, and then the week after that is actually going to be another kitchen one that I did in advance, which I'm quite excited for. So unless something changes in the schedule, there's going to be another kitchen one 2 weeks from now. As always, tweet me, Instagram me, Facebook. Definitely let me know how your Lembas bread turns out if you make it, because it's really like it. Tell me what you add to it, tell me what you don't add to it, I don't know. And I hope you guys have a great weekend.